Renowned for its academic excellence, commitment to higher education, and producing highly qualified graduates who are ready to tackle the realities of the modern world, the Technical University of Mombasa has kept the pace in ensuring that its students not only form the foundation of hope, but also the cornerstone of the future generation. Known by many as Tum'S, the Technical University of Mombasa have got 5 different faculties with a good number of departments, among them being the Department of Communication Studies that is privileged to be having the state-of-the-art facilities and a dynamic curriculum essential needed to sharpen the students' journalistic skills. But behind the prestigious facade of Communication Studies Department lies a troubling reality, a hygiene crisis that threatens the health and well-being of both students and the staff. In this investigative story, we reveal shocking details about the hygiene conditions within the Communication Studies Department of the School of Humanities and Social Sciences at the Technical University of Mombasa. From broken chairs scattered across the classrooms and litters of trash all over to cobwebs dropping the walls, the department is in a state of disarray. This is the reality faced by students every day in the Communication Studies Department. Classrooms are filthy, with dust and dirt accumulating on every surface. The situation is not any better in these classrooms, where students are expected to work and prepare for their daily lessons. The staff rooms fare no better, as they are cluttered with little organization and cleanliness. Despite the numerous complaints from both students and the staff, no action has been taken to address these deplorable conditions. The lack of cleanliness is not only an eyesore, but also a significant health hazard. The washrooms are perhaps the most alarming aspect. There is no running water, making it impossible for users to maintain basic hygiene. The toilets are in a state of disrepair with no door handles, creating an unsafe and uncomfortable environment. Students and staff alike are forced to navigate these unsanitary conditions daily. The staffs have as well been complaining just as students. The situation is frustrating and unfair to them.
On the matter of cleanliness, I think that it has been a complaint not only from the students but also from the staff that the washrooms in that place are not in good condition. There is no water supply most of the times. At times you will go to the washroom and you can't even wash your hands and you feel like you can't really touch your face, you can't eat, you can't do anything after you've just used those washrooms. It's not really conducive for learning.
One of the students claimed that the department has been without water for the last 2 consecutive semesters. This has forced them to desist from going to the washrooms, making their lives unbearable.
Department ni chafu jo. Yani ni chafu kwa sababu hakuna maji. For the last I think 2 semesters hakuja kuwa na maji. Maji hata ile ya kuosha mikono tu kidogo hakuna. So unapata kuenda choo mpaka utafute ni wapi kuna maji. In fact, I guess ni kama hiyo shule yote inaga maji juu ni kama pia 4th floor nini. So inabidi utoke huko nje uingie shule kutafuta choo. Imagine uko class.
Visibly angry Victor got frustrated and felt like Tum'S does not deserve the boastful name, the only university at the sea level, due to the poor response of issues that requires immediate attention.
Umebeba ufala. Angalia mambo kama maji. Ukienda hapo utakuta yes kuna tenki la maji, lakini kuna wakati mwingi hakuna maji na maji yenyewe hata yakiwa ukisikia ile ladha hayo maji yana taste kitu kingine, hata it is not like water, unaona. Yet we are saying we are at the Technical University of Mombasa at the sea level. Tuko kwa sea level tunapakana na maji, lakini sisi kupewa maji yenye ni safi hatuwezi, unaona. Hiyo kitu hai make sense.
The workers got themselves at the chopping board as they were being held accountable of their duties. The classes have never been mopped since the year 2020.
Communication Studies department has been experiencing a lot of hygiene issues. First, from classes. I think the people who are working in those departments, they don't really love their jobs, because how would you come to work, you know this is what you're supposed to be doing and you are paid for it, and then students get in class at 7 or 8 and then you come, you want to sweep. Or you had the whole day plus night. If you were to do your job, you could have even swept in the evening so that people can attend these classes in the morning. And I believe every time we get to the end of semesters, we usually have a break. When it comes to the toilet, toilets and the latrine, no, they are not latrines, but the toilets, at least they should be cleaned more often, because there's always a stench coming from that side.
Katika idara yetu unakuta usafi uko chini sana. Vyoo vyetu viko vichafu. Madarasa ni machafu. Hata unaenda unakuta kiti ni kichafu. Vyoo ni vichafu na watu wako hapo wanalipwa. Kuna watu wameandikwa wanalipwa. Ukienda kwa list utaona kuna watu wanaandikwa wanalipwa. Kwa payslip wako hapo. Lakini hakuna kitu wanafanya.
Among zile vitu zinaumaga kuja ni kufagia class, unapata mko na class kama 8. Sawa? So mnangojea mwalimu afike 8. Lakini mkiwa class hivi iko full, unapata mse wa kufagia sasa ndo anafagia. Mko ndani hata hawaambii hebu tokeni nifagie. Anakuja tu anafagia, wewe ndo utapigwa na vumbi utoke hapo. Mimi nauliza alikuwa wapi before wanafunzi waingie aanze kufagia late? Of late hajakuwa hata akifagia, class imekuwa tu chafu. So hata ukiingia unasikia hakuna oxygen, unasikia ni kama una suffocate. So hii ni they just have to improve hapo.
I think it's negligence also from those who are doing their jobs there. And again, I think there should just be somebody to supervise that.
Complaints have poured from students and staff alike, but the university's administration have been unresponsive. Even the senior student leader within the department confirmed that during their past meetings with the Dean, School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Dr. Godfrey Nato, these issues have been severely raised, but still nothing has changed, casting doubts on Dr. Nato being unaware of the crisis.
At least there needs to be supervision. Maybe the head of the hygiene department at Tum'S can ensure that all places are swept, even if it's not always, but at least once a week he or she does the rounds around that area to ensure that these things are done, because it's an issue that has been raised by class reps, by students, by lecturers. Because I even had lecturers complain. When we had that meeting sometime back with the Dean, even lecturers complained because of that hygiene issue. From the staff, you will find out that even the staff, they want their own rooms because of the hygiene issues. If everything was okay, then everybody would be comfortable using these places. But because there's an hygiene issue, those who clean are not doing a perfect job, then they will just want somewhere safer. Again, I think it's just an issue of negligence to some extent, because there's no way someone will enter those toilets on the second floor of that school and then remove the taps from their mounts and then carry them out. I think it's a negligence from the security, and then I think also because there are so many people who enter those toilets, it means this person will take time to remove these taps, because it's not something that you just loosen that quick and take away. But to that, I can just blame the school. For the door, it's just the same issue, because there are certain things that are to, like, if you want to use them or to remove them, it will take you time. And I think for the better part of the time, I think that department has been having classes since morning 7 a.m. up to about 9 in the night. How come nobody ever sees these things happening? that somebody just comes and removes the locks and everything and goes with them. Still, that's an issue. It may be an internal issue from maybe members of staff, maybe students, maybe security, I don't know.
In an attempt to get answers, we reached out to the faculty representative in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Bwana Mkuu Hamisi Kasim, who acknowledged the gravity and the magnitude of the problem and promised actions. She confirmed that the broken taps and missing door handles were as a result of theft from one of the students who was caught and confessed of being responsible for the missing taps and door handles from the washrooms, as the situation had been addressed but later reoccurred. Kasim assured that everything will be sorted out and that the young man responsible for the maze is since held at the custody, waiting to be arraigned in court.
My name is Mwanamkuu Hamisi Kasim. I'm a student leader in the Technical University of Mombasa, representing School of Humanities and Social Sciences. Okay, for the TAPs, it's just that I don't have the document here, but I usually file what I have, what I do. I remember that was last semester, that is, we had a committee, the first academic committee meeting. I raised that issue of water and broken taps and hygienic things. We even discussed that. I even raised a concern to the departments, each department, and our dean also, our school dean, Dr. Nato. I told him about that. About the taps, I wrote something. I forwarded it to our academic secretary. He followed up. Alafu yeye and my other faculty representative, my person mwenye tuna work closely, that is Dan Wambeo. Yeah, so some people walikuja, wale the plumbers walienda wakazifix, zikafixiwa mara ya kwanza. I remember kurudi, there is a time nilipata taps zina flow maji mpaka mwingine ulikuwa ukienda kwa corridor. I guess those communication department, kwa corridor unaweza pata maji na flow vibaya sana. So I raised the same concern, tukatuma watu wakaenda wakatengeneza. So the third time sasa nikapata pia still bado maji na nini, unaona. Sasa nikafanya uchunguzi, nikaona hapa there must be something fishy. But thank God sasa kuna time kuna mtu alishikwa naiba uko hivyo hostel za wavulana. Akiiba ndani alikuwa ameandika hizo hot point kwenye huwa anachukua hizo vitu, hizo mifereji nini. And his biggest place kenye alikuwa naiba, it's my school, that is my faculty, that is aliiba social sciences department, not once or twice. Akaiba tourism and hospitality department, akaenda na communication department. Yeah, that student, he was a first year student. Yeah, and after that alichukuliwa hatua na akapelekwa. Yeah, we handed him over to the police. What was there was the toilet, the female toilet, the ladies' toilets, zifunguliwe. That was first. So for communication department, it's always open. It's not open. The floor that uses the business floor that is in e-learning is the one that is open, and that of tourism. So my concern was, why is it that it's our school, we are hosting another school in our school, why is it that their toilets are open while the rest zimefungwa? So I followed up the issue, and it was like the ground floor hazifai kuwa na wazi choo juu. There are those who are doing tourism and hospitality because of hygiene, and there are labs there, they must be closed. For the other floors, the ladies' toilets, social sciences department, the female lecturers say that they're not comfortable, the ladies and the students ladies sharing with the lecturer ladies, they are not comfortable.
And if the issue keeps on recurring, I think now it's time that the department would opt for better choices of the equipment and the locks and everything they are using. Because I believe that there are more advanced technologies where once fixed, nobody can access them that easily. And if they are using nuts and bolts, then maybe they should go for more permanent ones that nobody will ever remove. And if you take a keen look at that, you'll realize that most of the taps that are used in those departments are silverware. They are made of silver, which would attract so much attention if somebody is really interested in them. So maybe why don't they just opt for maybe plastic ones, or just I can see maybe they should just make these DIY ones which somebody can just use a pipe or maybe a hose pipe to make, and then they just put maybe a gate valve so that it opens and closes, instead of going for expensive ones and then they'll get lost. The same way to the doors, maybe they can just use simpler options. These are Juakali ones. They're easy to use more than the ones they want to use for aesthetics, yet they attract thieves.
About that. So after that sasa ndo hizo process tena za kurudisha mifereji. Unaona ukifanya kosa like sasa kuna kosa umepeleka shida, kesho umepeleka shida, kesho kutwa umepeleka shida. So wana feel like hao wamezoea kuiba. But uzuri, we got to know what happened. I just don't want to put some blame on the school or blame on the department or blame on the students. What is there is, I might say, what the department maybe failed and the school failed is that we didn't have CCTVs by then to see whatever happened. But as I follow the issue closely, by September, everything will be good.
Our efforts to speak with the chair of the department were unsuccessful. Despite multiple attempts, he was not available to comment at the time of producing this story. The silence from the top leaves students and staff in a state of uncertainty and growing frustrations. The cleaners who are responsible for maintaining the cleanliness of the department are also reluctant to speak out, fearing the repercussions. They are working under challenging conditions with inadequate resources and support. One of the cleaners who requested for anonymity said, and I quote, "We want to do our jobs properly, but we don't have the necessary supplies. There is no adequate water and we are understaffed. If we speak out, we risk losing our jobs. We are scared to speak out. The conditions are terrible." End of quote. The silence from the administration and the fear among the cleaning staff paint a bleak picture. Despite the assurances from the faculty representative, the tangible change is yet to be seen. The students of the Communication Studies Department deserve better. They deserve a clean and safe environment where they can focus on their education without worrying about their health. The administration must act swiftly to address these issues before the situation worsens. As we await concrete actions from the administration, the voices of the students and the staff remain united in their call for change, as the Technical University of Mombasa's Communication Studies Department is in urgent need of hygiene improvements.
As we conclude this investigative story, the question now remains, for how long will the Communication Studies fraternity have to wait? Tum'S reporting from the Technical University of Mombasa.